Hey, this is Notser, and this is the user replay of the week. Raxhepon, at least I believe that's how it's pronounced, I don't know, is in the Tier 10 German cruiser Hindenburg, and it is Hindenburg for the Germans, so it's Hindenburg for me. Now, I'm trying to pronounce it with the localized language from the ship's origin. This case would be Germany and German, so that's where Hindenburg comes from. If you're interested in submitting a replay for the future, please send it to notserreplay@gmail.com. Please have the replay file, in-score screenshots, 1 to 2 sentence summary, and the ship name in the title of the email. Please, it really helps out. I get so many, it's hard to find. Most of the time, I'm looking for entertainment and variety. I personally haven't had a lot of good games in German cruisers, and I haven't had a German ship for a user submission in a little bit, so hopefully you appreciate that. Now, if you don't have an amazing game, you can also submit an amazing moment. Now, I have been busy creating videos that will be relevant at some point. Hint, hint. So I would like to create a compilation of amazing moments, but obviously it's not going to happen this week. We are too busy. Hint, hint. So hopefully you'll be able to appreciate it in the future. The only thing you need to add to an amazing moment email is the timestamp so I can find it relatively quickly. I'm sorry if your replay wasn't selected this week. Maybe next week. We have plenty to use, and I'll probably make a compilation. It might be an hour long, but I'm going to try. So, Raxhepon. Hopefully that's the correct pronunciation. If it's not, oh well. Maybe we'll just call him Rax. Rax is engaging this enemy Atago, and he's already scored a couple citadels because the Atago is showing too much of his side. Ooh, great damage. 16,000 points of damage, and either the Atago is choosing to slow down or his propulsion was knocked out. Either way, he's taking a ton of good job, Rax. He gets a citadel, takes out the enemy Atago. This enemy Rune is in the area too, and you don't want to take too much damage from that guy. Gotta keep good angling, otherwise the German cruiser is going to citadel pin you all the time. And he's firing HE! 3 fires? Wow, this is a lot of damage. And just an aside, he's using 4 consumables, 4 premium consumables. He's got roughly 100,000 credits stocked up on this ship, along with it being a tier 10. He's all in on trying to win this game. And it's not looking too good. He's got the only kill on his team. The enemy has an advantage because they killed a battleship already, and that's not good. Either the battleship was too far forward, or he showed too much of a side, something like that. Maybe he took a torpedo. I don't know, but a battleship dying that early is a bad sign. And you can say, oh, he should have just played passively. No, you maintain good angling, and you have good support staff from a destroyer or a cruiser. You should not take torpedoes that would completely obliterate you. You should not take a full broadside that would completely obliterate you. You pull back when you realize that the threat is too great. So Rax is pulling back, obviously. He's running with the Moskva, which is very interesting. The Moskva is really far forward, and I know you get free XP. That's great. That's fantastic. But I always enjoy the process of going through the line, trying to get any pointers I can from playing the game. Now, you could learn that from a video, or 2, or 3, or 10. But for me personally, I never felt comfortable just plopping into a tier 10. On my press account, for example, I try to get an idea of how the line's supposed to play. Now, sometimes that doesn't work. The York. It's so different from any other ship in the German line that you really can't be prepared to play it. You just have to experience it and deal with the issues. Now, as Rax is moving away, he's trying to engage a target that is in pursuit somewhat, but he doesn't really land any damage. There's the still enemy Rune, and what is the Rune gonna do? This isn't really the strong suit of the German cruisers. Pursuit. They have to fire HE because most likely the angle is going to be too harsh for AP to be effective. HE's terrible on Germans. Even the Germans admit the HE is terrible. You really want to catch targets in a broadside, much like a battleship, quite honestly. And he gets a little bit of damage on the enemy Ibuki. So that's pretty cool bonus. And he's still spotted. The enemy German cruiser is still showing himself. Oh, he's opening it up. He's opening up. This might be a good opportunity for Rax to fire on him. And he does. Okay. His friendly Moskva is just south of his position. But he's going into the teeth of the enemy. There are 2 cruisers, 2 battleships, probably a destroyer out there. And he's in a Soviet cruiser. Terrible detectability. Terrible. I think the base detectability, if you didn't pick up concealment or camouflage, is something like 17 or 18 kilometers. That's battleship level of bad. So he's going to be spotted out. He's already taken significant damage. This is not good for his teammate. However, Rax cannot afford to try and keep him alive. I make that mistake a lot. I try and keep a teammate alive that really is already dead, as the Moskva is. You really should try your best to stay alive for later points in the battle. This aircraft carrier needs backup bad. Rax has to do whatever he can to slow down the enemy's pursuit and maybe take him out. Remember, there's a German cruiser and a Japanese cruiser that is following Rax, and he's basically dragged him directly to his friendly aircraft carrier. But the aircraft carrier might be able to supply some damage. Nice! Rax completely destroys one of the Ruhn's guns. That will be very helpful. It only has 3, so it's down to 2. Don't know if it was a back gun. Most likely it was a back gun. They have 1 front, 2 back turrets. And he continues fire. Word of the reason, the enemy is undershooting a ton. And oh, he's going to get squished. How many torpedo damage? 1, 2, 3, and he's taken out. Good job, aircraft carrier. That was a great attack. He probably did the maximum amount of damage he could potentially do. And that Ibuki's a little laggy, and he just skips forward a little bit. Rax sets up a nice, clean waterline shot, and it doesn't really reward. That's unfortunate, but it could have been worse. And that's what's worse. He drops off detection, but he chooses to fire. Okay. What? Is he lagging again? I think he's lagging. There's no way he's completely... Yeah, there we go. It looked like Rax didn't really pick up on that either, because he basically fired behind his ship. And I don't know if this is server related or client related, but I can only imagine how annoying it is to deal with someone who is this choppy. And it looks like Rax is completely comfortable getting in very, very close to this cruiser. Now, you could be really aggressive. You could be showing your full side, which Rax is doing. And this is pretty dangerous. He's going to get in position to send his torpedoes. And it looks like he sent a widespread. Sometimes the replay will adjust, and the Ibuki is sort of falling into the trap. I think he recognizes it, though. I think he realizes, oh no, Rax. Wow, either his AA is awesome, or it's a low tier, I think it's a low tier aircraft carrier, and he's able to basically wipe out a good chunk of the torpedo bombers before. Oh, this is perfect broadside. Oh, just a little bit too high. Come on. Come on, that's good. That's good. Yeah, see you later, Ibuki. And he's able to avoid the torpedo bomb. He needs to avoid the Ibuki torpedoes, and then he should be pretty good. But this game is just bad. The enemy team has 2-to-1 advantage on capture points. They also have basically the center of the map. They can dictate whatever they want to do. The only advantage his team has are the 2 extra ships that have yet to die. Now, they might die. I don't really know what's going on. It's only Rax and the aircraft carrier in the north side of the map. And oh no, Rax, are you going to pull a Notser? Are you going to run to that island? I think he realizes he could potentially run into it. He's slowed down. He's turned hard to starboard. And yeah, he's good. He's clear. That wasn't even close. Wow, wow. You just wanted to show off, didn't you, Rax? But this is bad. We need to get some points. We need to get some kills. The game is very close. Oh, man. And the enemy team... Oh, man! And the enemy team have killed 2 ships back to back. And one of them was in close quarter combat. I wonder if he had a secondary build, or it just was a fluke shot with the normal accuracy. Oh, interesting. This Izumo is about to show a lot of side. And AP would have been perfect, but he had HE loaded. We'll see how much damage it does. Okay, that was crappy as hell. Let's get AP going. And it looks like torpedoes will hit the Izumo from the aircraft carrier. Oh gosh, that was a big shot. At least one Citadel, maybe two, and his AP, basically the same amount of damage as the HE. There was an enemy battleship, though, that died in the background, so that's good. And it is really, really great to see the aircraft carrier being effective. Sometimes you'll save an aircraft carrier, I'm raising my hand, by the way, and they won't do anything. There's such a huge gap in skill level for aircraft carriers, in particular, I feel. And you only get to see 1 or 2 per game on your team. So there's a high chance that that player isn't going to live up to the potential of the class. The game is still terrible. They still have a 2-to-1 advantage. They control the center of the map. And they just got another kill. 800 points. Man, this is bad. Can they pull it back? This is just terrible. Okay, enemy Mogami might be a potential target. There's a Tirpitz just outside of range. The Izumo is on fire. Most likely he had to use his damage control on a flood, so the fire should stick for the full duration. And the flood would have come from the torpedo bombers. And another low roll, 1500. Come on, Rax. Let's get some damage. The Hindenburg can do a ton of AP damage against battleships. He should definitely be able to easily clear 5,000 points of damage. He's still on fire. He's got a great side. He's trying to get out of range, and he's actually engaging a friendly in the south side of the map. He's a little distracted. And Rax fires again. And again, he only gets 1,500. 1,500 is far too low for the amount of AP damage that these guns can do. And Rax could potentially fire on that Tirpitz. He's showing a much easier broadside target, but he probably feels like the Izumo has to die. They have to get points back. They can't afford to spread their damage, and that is the right call in this scenario. He actually is in line of sight of the Tirpitz, and he sees that his friendly Tirpitz is pretty healthy, actually. They might actually get this Izumo kill, and they need it bad. The enemy has 942 points. Only 50 more points and they win the game. But clearly, that Izumo, is he going to burn down? No, he actually doesn't burn down. Is Rax really going to get the kill? Rax, you don't deserve this. Really? I guess the friendly Tirpitz just can't fire on him. And this should be a kill. Rax isn't going to look at the target. Yeah. Rax is a cool guy and he doesn't look at explosions. He just turns and walks away. Or in this case, he's sailing to try and take out the Mogami, who was last seen around sea. And he's attempting to capture it. For real? Get out of there, Mogami. And for whatever reason, the Mogami fires. Maybe he felt like he was detected already, but Rax fires at the waterline on the Mogami, and he gets the kill a half second before the Mogami would have captured sea. They are just barely hanging on to a sliver of chance to come back in this game. He's trying to engage the Tirpitz, who's showing a perfect broadside, and he gets 12,000 points of damage. Not a single Citadel. Friendly follows up and gets the Tirpitz dead. And there's only one enemy ship left, but they have a 2-to-1 advantage on capture points. And there's nobody really close to A at all. Rax is the closest ship to B, and he should start heading there directly. Don't really know where the enemy aircraft carriers, but they have their aircraft carrier. He can easily scout them out. Just needs to send his aircraft around the entire map and easily detect him. I can't believe how close that Mogami was to capturing the point. He definitely should have put a priority on capturing versus engaging. He probably felt like there's no way the Hindenburg is going to get a shot off that could possibly touch me, but he actually killed him outright. So maybe not the best play, but it definitely required Rax to have precision shot with the first salvo and to fire almost immediately when he saw the Mogami. I'm still curious, did the Mogami reveal himself, or was he revealed and then chose to fire because why not? Because if he chose to reveal himself early even 1 second early. It's probably going to be the difference between winning and losing the game, because look at these tick rate. The enemy team is already up to 968 points. Now, the enemy aircraft carrier has not given up. He's got 3 kills. He's trying to get one last kill. 1 kill is going to end the game. Is there anyone on Rax's team that's low enough for that to happen? All right, Rax was able to stop the capture at B. The friendly at A is still too far away. Come on, get her. Go. 992 points. It should tick over for 996. Oh, wow. Probably half a second more, and they would be 4 points away from winning the game. However, Rax's team is able to completely stop the capture. Now it's all on the kill. Can the enemy aircraft carrier get a kill? And he's already got 3. I'm sure he's just so frustrated by how close they've come. But he's got torpedoes. Oh man, look at the New Orleans. Look how low the New Orleans is. He will die if he takes a single torpedo. And the enemy tries to torpedo bomb him. And he's setting up an attack. Okay, I'm sure this is really stressful. It is all hinging on this. Oh, the New Orleans is able to dodge out of the way. There's another torpedo bomb incoming. Is he going to be able to avoid it? This one will probably be much more accurate. Center mass broadside. Rax is trying to kill him before he gets the kill. Oh, this is tense. Oh, the New Orleans. Oh, man, that was so close. And Rax gets the kill. And he earned Kraken Unleashed with that shot. Now, he did all right. Earning Dreadnought, Kraken Unleashed, that's 5 kills, 8 Citadels, over 600,000 credits earned. He did 140,000 points of damage, which is just fantastic. Just a great game. He was running for a lot of it. He earned 2,880 base XP. And they just barely kept himself alive in this game. This is one of those games where you take a break, you get some water, and you just bask in how close that game was. And great job, Rax, keeping his team in the game. Great job, everyone else who was staying alive. I couldn't believe how close this game ended up being after the beginning. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing a close game. Hopefully you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.